Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. What's that?
You having issues with TikTok?
No.
I got an invite to your live, but then as soon as I clicked on it, it said your live had ended.
Huh? Nope.
There it goes again. All right. Did you go live and then stop and then?
Nope.
Well, I don't believe it.
Okay. You have a right to believe me and not believe me. Okay. We all set?
Yep.
All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another live edition of Top Rope Report here on TikTok Live, YouTube, and Spotify. I'm your host, the illustrious Mr. Trivia. Joining me every week, as usual, paying homage to Seth Rollins with his hat today, is my co-host, my tag team partner, my best friend, the best in the business, the Nugster, Greg. Greg, how's it going?
Not too bad.
That's good. Well, we're going to be doing another Monday Night Raw and NXT recap tonight. So if we're all set, we can get started.
All right. Thank you very much. And this week's Monday Night Raw came from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Okay, the first time they've done a Monday Night Raw in New Mexico. Top Rope Report fashion. We're led off by Mr. Trivia as he starts us off with everything Monday Night Raw. And this week's Monday Night Raw started off with CM Punk coming down in the ring for a celebration of his championship win. Trev, what'd you think?
All right, thanks, Greg. C. Foxy, thanks for tuning in. Another wrestling creator stopping in to check us out. Yeah, when we talked about it earlier, and we had the differences of opinions on this promo, and I said, well, I'm going to have to rewatch it because I must have missed something. And I did watch that. I did rewatch that opening promo, and you were right. I mean, it wasn't. There was something different about Punk. I don't know what it was. Maybe he was just, giddy about the fact that he won the title and he couldn't believe it. But no, that's just something. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out there. But yeah, when he was in the ring and he was talking about his celebration and his victory and everything, out comes Logan Paul, and it was like, what the hell? Logan Paul coming out here for now? I mean, I knew Seth wasn't going to be there, and it was just. I thought it would. I thought it could have been a little bit better than what it was, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a good way to. It was a good way to start off the show promo wise, because CM Punk is great on the mic. He also did an awesome job right now so far. He is the new champion. Don't know how long that's going to last. That's in the hands of the WWE, but yeah, I mean, he got to a couple of good points, talking about main event Jey Uso and how he is the main event, and it was. I thought he got right to the point on a few things. I gave it a B+.
Yeah, I mean, he came out and in a structure, which I thought was weird. Just his look was weird. And just said Punk on it, and he thanked his wife AJ Lee. He thanked the man he defeated for the gold, Jey Uso. He said 3 minutes was not enough time to hold on to the gold, so he's going to have to make sure he holds on to this one a lot longer. And then he said, quote unquote, warning Seth Rollins, if you come back and get in my business, I'll put you back on that couch. Okay. He then called out the DX threats, but he also brought up AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, Sheamus, Finn Balor, and even John Cena as guys he wants to fight because they have earned a championship opportunity. And then Logan Paul came out, and all Paul kept saying was anyone but you. Anyone but you. He wasn't angry. He wasn't anything. He was just saying it, monotone. Anyone but you. Anyone but you. Didn't throw a verbal jab at or anything. Paul then started to talk about why he should be the bigger threat, and that's when Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker made their presence. They issued a warning to Punk and Paul. After getting threatened of a beatdown by the Vision, Logan Paul kind of weaseled his way out of the ring. Braun Breaker claimed that Heyman bought everyone else 2 weeks of their life and that he's coming for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, during the ring with after 26 minutes of this in my opinion, god-awful waste of time to, quote-unquote, maybe tease something might happen later. 26 minutes to talk. I mean, it was. I did not like it, Sammy. I did not like the green eggs and ham. I actually give it a C plus.
All righty. Big Money Dodge, thank you for tuning in, buddy. And thank you, everybody, for coming in and checking us out. Godfather, thank you.
All right. We then went to the first match of the evening, as it was a tag team matchup with the Women's World Champion, Stephanie McCare, and her tag team partner, Nikki Bella, against the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. I get the top for this one. That started off kind of hot. And then just as it really started rolling, with Perez and Rodriguez really working well together, the team went to a commercial break. They came back, and they were then once again targeting the head and neck area of Nikki Bella. She then responded with a tornado DDT and getting a hot tag to Stephanie. The baby continued to roll. Stephanie gave the Devil's Kiss to Roxanne in the ring after being thwarted the first time, and then she was trying or teased doing it to Raquel on the ring apron, but Raquel Rodriguez blocked it, slammed Stephanie on the hardest part of the ring, and then a cheap shot to Bella, and then boom, Pop Rocks and Roxanne Perez pinned Bella. So Stephanie McCare, once again, champion, not in a title match, loser match. Happens way too often in WWE, very predictable, and it happened here. There was a ton of energy to this. I even greeted one portion of the contest with a "This is awesome" shit. I wouldn't go that far. It was pretty good. I gave it a B minus.
All right. Big Money Dodge. We'll talk after the show, buddy.
Okay, Big Money Dodge, hear me. I want to make sure people are able to hear me.
Yeah, hey guys, can you hear Greg okay? Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear Greg clearly. I think they make a good all right, Big Money Dodge said yep.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. Greg's loud and clear. All right. Stephanie and Nikki Bella, I think they make a decent team. Even though Nikki's about 105 and one of the veterans. She's that's why you pay me the big bucks. She I mean they got a decent team. Roxanne and Raquel. I mean, they've been tagging together for quite a while now, so they're not that bad of a team either. Was I surprised that Roxanne and Raquel got the win? Yeah. I thought one of them would have got pinned by Stephanie or whatever. I was glad that they won because, you know, I have Roxanne on my fantasy, so on my fantasy wrestling, so I was kind of glad they won. But yeah, I thought it was a decent match. Look forward to next week when we see Raquel against Stephanie Vaquer one-on-one.
I'm not sure how Nikki Bella getting pinned by Roxanne sets us up with a Raquel versus Stephanie match.
Oh, I know.
I don't get it.
I know. So, but yeah, overall, I gave it a B.
Okay. Backstage, we saw an interaction between Jey Uso and CM Punk, where CM Punk asked Jey if he could trust him. Jey Uso reassured him, and a tag match pitting CM Punk and Jey Uso against the Braun brothers later on was set up. We then went to the next matchup, which was a singles matchup between Penta and El Grande Americano. Jimmy, you're up first.
All right, thank you. Actually, a good match. I really didn't mind watching this match, Penta and El Grande Americano. I wish that they would do more with the other ones outside. What's their name again as a team?
Bravo and Rayo.
Yeah, but as a team, what are they called?
They're all called the
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wish that they did more with them in the ring other than, you know, having them interfere, but El Grande Americano, I thought it was a stupid gimmick at first. I still do, but you know, I think they got the right guy for the part doing that. He does a great job. I didn't know he could speak Spanish. I didn't know a German guy can speak Spanish, but okay. And but Penta, yeah, I mean Penta's Penta. He had a great match. I don't know how long the match was, but it was enjoyable. I enjoyed watching the entire show. I just thought it was a good match by both guys. I gave it a B-. Big Money Dodge. I speak tacos.
Well, to answer your question, the match was 10 minutes and 49 seconds long. A couple minutes shorter than the women's matchup that was previous to this, the tag team match. And yes, you know, Grande Americano had his two cronies out there with him. But, you know, it's Penta. He controlled the majority of the opening minutes, keeping El Grande, you know, kind of off guard. He was setting up for a Mexican destroyer on the ring apron. But El Grande sent Penta crashing back onto the turn the tide. We then went to a break. Thing on Netflix, do without commercials. Back from the break, Penta kind of was not able to mount a consistent offense. You know, Bravo interfered, sweeping Penta's leg from underneath him. And he then got ejected from the ringside area. Americano, the metal slab to place in his mask. And then got ejected from there. And then any attempts of being were negated by Penta. He moved to secure victory. I was curious as to what happened to that Grace Powers passing around, trying to get enough signatures to have the Mexican destroyer champ. Don't know whatever happened to that. But, you know, it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. I actually gave it overall, gave it a B minus.
Okay, I don't even know what happened to Grayson Waller, let alone the thing he had going or circulating.
What did I do? I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. All right. We then saw a video promo hyping up the Kabuki Warriors. We then had Dirty Dominic Mysterio come down to the ring to cut a promo. Did you grade this? I know you don't do promos.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So he came down to the ring. I'm up first. He came down to the ring, literally bragging about how he won, his Intercontinental Championship on Saturday night. Kind of just talking about nobody that could stop him. And I absolutely did not have on my bingo card that Rey Mysterio was going to be the one to come out. But that too came out. Rey Mysterio came down, took exception to his son, claiming to be the king of the luchadors, calling an insult to El Santo, Blue Demon, Eddie Guerrero. Dirty Dominic then said, you can't disrespect me all you want. Ray said, you can disrespect me all you want, but I won't let you disrespect Lucha Libre, as he warned his son. I know at one point when he was mentioning Eddie Guerrero, Dominic yelled at Ray and said, don't speak my father's name, or something like that, which I thought was very, very, very funny. Now, Dirty Dominic is supposed to be the heel. He's supposed to be the favorite. But while Ray's talking to the crowd singing Dirty, Dirty Dom, so this was a fun promo. It didn't reinvent the wheel, but reintroduced a father-son rivalry. We had Trivia's favor with a little bit of physicality. With Ray blocking a cheap shot attempt by Dominic and then delivering a 619. I think Ray's been off long enough and away from Dominic long enough that I wouldn't mind seeing a matchup between these two. I gave it a B.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was nice. I like Dom on the mic. I didn't have it on my bingo card either that Rey Mysterio was coming out. So that was a much-needed surprise, a much-welcome surprise, rather. Always good to see Ray. Dominic mentions, well, you're trying to steal my mustache and all the other happy-go-lucky stuff. But, yeah, I mean, he was talking about, how he's the greatest of the luchadors. And, Eddie was, you could tell Eddie was getting a little pissed off at him because you don't disrespect the luchadors around Eddie Guerrero because they have a special.
You just said Eddie was getting angry with him.
I mean, Ray was getting angry with him because he was disrespecting the luchadors, and you don't do that with Rey Mysterio because they mean the world to Eddie Guerrero, the luchadors, and but yeah, I mean, the physical stuff was good. I'd love to see another match between these two guys before they go out or before Ray goes out. Title doesn't have to be on the line or anything, but I'd love to see it. I gave it a C+.
Oh, okay.
Big Money Dodge comments. I think Rey Mysterio is Cena's last match.
We'll see.
Okay.
Did you grade anything with the Becky Lynch thing?
No.
Okay. Becky Lynch jumped on the announce table unexpectedly and cut a promo about the last few weeks, including the injury to her hot husband sitting at home on the couch and how Adam Pearce is setting her home. issuing another warning to Maxine Dupree, saying she is not in the same league as the man, and said she welcomed her to the big time. We then went to the next matchup. But the one thing funny that Becky Lynch really said, we didn't get. So the only thing good to come out of New Mexico was a TV show about how much meth you do. Do you have any idea what show she was talking about?
I do, but I can't think of it. What?
Breaking Bad?
Okay, with Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
Okay.
We then went to the next matchup. Was a tag team matchup between Bayley and Lyra versus Asuka and Kairi Sane and the Kabuki Warriors. Trev, you are up.
All right. Good match. I loved it. I loved seeing Lyra and Bayley together. Somewhere along the line, I believe there's going to be a Bayley turn. I just don't know where or when. I think we're going to see Bayley turn heel against Lyra. I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was a good match. I like the Kabuki Warriors together as a team. I really think there's a difference in Kairi Sane when she's in a tag team as opposed to individual. And Asuka, well, Asuka's Asuka. Nobody's ready for Asuka, as she complains, as she says. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. I thought it was really good. I hope we see another one against them pretty soon between the two of them. Maybe there's a few more things down the road for Lyra and Bayley. We don't know. Like I said, I'd like to see another Bayley heel turn, but that's.
You'd like to see another Bayley heel turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought she was pretty good as a heel. I gave it a B-. Okay. Hey guys, thanks for all the gifts. I appreciate that.
I don't necessarily know we're going to see a heel turn, or maybe we will one week and then a face turn next. I think this mentally off-balanced Bayley is perfect right now. So I mean, yeah, I think maybe next Monday she'll get angry and slap by about Jerry, and the week after she'll come up, give her hugs and give her roses. I think that's the character we're going to see for Bayley going forward for a decent amount of time. But with that being said, I've never, ever been a Kairi Sane fan. I never thought much of her, but she's starting to grow on me, and really showing me that she is a really good in-ring performer. I mean, this match, all four women in this match are awesome. And amongst the best competitors that they have,
excuse me,
the whole roster. Bless you.
Thank you.
It was a strong match. The men at some point in time got a little too fancy for their own good, but it executed and finished to perfection with Asuka catching Lyra right off the rope, up the top rope, putting her in the Asuka lock. And the way she had that Asuka lock in, and the way Lyra was kind of back and her eyes popping out of her head, it really looked like it could have hurt. Afterwards, when they kind of looked like they were going to do an aftermatch beatdown because Bayley was out of it, we then had Alexa and Charlotte come down, maybe teasing a potential knockout triple threat between these three tag teams, which I would be all about for twice on Tuesday and every Sunday for the rest of the month. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was going to give it a solid B.
All righty, Uncle Dave. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Uncle Dave?
Yeah.
Dave LaCreta?
No.
Backstage, we saw frustrated Dominic Mysterio interrupt his Judgment Day teammates, Finn and JD McDonough, before they were ready to come out for their next matchup. And Roxanne Perez sat Dominic down, offered some advice, and kept alive the potential showdown between her and Liv Morgan for his affections. We then went to the tag team championship match, as was the current tag team champions, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, taking on the Judgment Days, JD McDonough and Finn Balor. And I am up first, I need to sit.
All right. Not right now, Big Money Dodge.
What's that?
He said to me, he goes, give me a thumbs up when you want me to come in.
So I think I'm going to get that. 2 weeks ago, Dragon Lee defeated Balor and McDonough, but the challengers took a little different approach, attacking them right off the bat and kind of seizing control of this matchup, early on, and kind of with some quick tags and a real focused attack. We then had the baby faces start to make their way back, and then boom, commercial break. Motherfuckers, and your commercial break. We then came back from the break, and it was like fast and furious. Dragon Lee, he's another one that I really thought much of, but seeing him more and more, I can understand why Rey Mysterio has kind of deemed him the future in Lucha Libre and WWE, because the man is fantastic. He is quick. We're going to talk about somebody else later on that is quick as a hiccup. This guy's quicker than a hiccup. Like, he's quicker than a hick or the up, individually. But we, wound up getting coming down and attacking Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, appearance once for Sheamus. And then Finn Balor used a shillelagh on AJ Styles, but Dragon Lee broke up a pin. We then had the reversal of the top rope, and AJ Styles caught JD McDonough, giving him the Styles Clash for the 1-2-3 win. It was a quality follow-up to what could have been match of the year candidate from 2 weeks ago between the two teams. I enjoyed it. I gave it another solid B. Okay.
Yeah, this was a great match. I mean, I like AJ Styles and Dragon Lee together as a team. Judgment Day, I mean, JD McDonough surprises me more and more every week. And Finn Balor, well, Finn Balor's Finn Balor. That goes without saying. I'd love to see these guys in a match every week. Both teams are great together. When AJ Styles and Dragon Lee first won the tag titles, I was kind of surprised because to my knowledge, it's the first time they've teamed up. And and they win the tag team titles, which was a good thing for them. Just let's see how long they can hold it, and if they hold on to it, or if they lose it somewhere down the line, is it going to be back to the Judgment Day? I hope not, because they'll have to I think they need to get some more tag teams in to challenge them. But, I just thought it was a good match. I wouldn't mind seeing another match between them again. I gave it a B as well.
Okay. Backstage, you saw Paul Heyman try to manipulate Jey Uso, kind of playing into his ego and the idea of Jey Uso has a quote-unquote vision of his own. We then went to the main event of the evening. Before that, we had Adam Pearce with the good old big old ball machine pulling things out, and he's announced the first two matches of what they're calling the Time Is Now tournament. That'll begin next Monday night in Boston. And the first two matchups that have been announced are Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. Nick Aldis will announce the next two matches this week on Friday Night SmackDown.
I really like both of those matches.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. We then went to the main event of the evening, as it was the tag team matchup between the Bronze, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed of the Vision, and CM Punk and Jey Uso. Trev, you were up first.
Well, another one you knew was going to get out of hand right from the start. I really can't say it was a good match because it's the same thing basically. I think it's the same thing that happens every time these four get in the ring together. There's usually no clear-cut winner. But the Bronze, stronger and stronger every week. CM Punk and Jey Uso, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing two guys who just fought each other for the world title teaming up in the ring together. To me, that still looks weird. But that's what WWE put together, and that's what the fans wanted to see. And then right in the mid, then as the match is going on, out comes Logan Paul, and it's like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me! And he's looking at Punk, and I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, is Logan Paul going to be a face? Is he going to go after the Bronze? And then he just blend and basted CM Punk, and I'm saying, okay, I think there's a new member of the Vision. I could be wrong, but we'll just have to see. But I mean, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a good way to end Monday Night Raw. I wouldn't. Well, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing it again because I really don't want to see Jey Uso and CM Punk team up again. Let's CM Punk, do what he needs to do with the title and work at it that way. I gave it a B.
So, this was bell to bell the shortest match of the evening, which made no sense. How is your main event of the evening the shortest match?
Right.
Only by about 30 seconds, but still, it's your main event. It should be the longest match.
Yep.
Oh, that's because you're on Netflix. You have no stop time. You're on Netflix. Give me one more commercial break. Then we'll go back to a match. You gave me enough for the rest of the show, anyways.
Right.
But after the Browns kind of had control, we had the crowd chanting "Let's go loose." The CM Punk taking Jey Uso into the match. But, if I kind of spilled out on the floor where a double count out was declared, but that was hardly the end. As Braun Breaker wiped out Jey Uso with a super spear, he even took a sword. That's Wade Barrett. We then had CM Punk grab a steel chair to kind of even it up, and that's when we saw Logan Paul run down to the ring, seemingly standing right by the champion side, only to take the cheap shot with the brass knuckles on CM Punk. He then stared down the Vision before handing said brass knuckles over to Paul Heyman. I don't think he's quote-unquote joining the Vision. I just think he's kind of saying, hey, listen, I'm not against you. I'm with you. So I think maybe teasing something at Survivor Series. But I thought, this was perfectly, it was acceptable. But it was a pre-needed match. I wanted to be, but because of the timing of the match, I'm going to lower it to a B-.
All righty. Overall, Greg?
It was, I didn't think much of it. Like, when we talked yesterday, so what did you think of Raw? I said I thought it was okay. Because I go back through it, actually pretty good. I'm going to give it a B.
I gave it the exact same grade, a B. There was a lot of high spots. A couple of things they could have done without, but there was a lot of high spots in this match, in this show. I enjoyed the Penta match. I enjoyed the Lyra and Bailey match against the Kabuki Warriors. So, yeah, my grade is overall is a B as well.
Okay.
All right, so that was our Monday Night Raw recap. And right now, I'm sure he's got a lot to report here. He can take his time with it because I can't find my paper with my indie shows on it. So I don't know what happened to it.
Why didn't you prepare that before the show?
What's that?
Why didn't you prepare that before the show? Why'd you wait till last minute?
I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. Still can't find it. So, all right, everybody. For you people who've never heard it before.
Got that notebook right there in front of you?
Yeah, but it's not on here. The only thing I have on here is Wrestling with Character and PAPW. The only two things I have on there. So, yeah, so for you people who have never just tuned into the show, this is the best part of the show. For you people who always listen to the show, you know what I'm talking about. It's Nuggies News. So, Greg, the floor is yours.
All right, Trent. So, apparently, there's a little bit of conspiracy going around about Jey Uso's performance at Saturday Night's main event. There are people out there that said his timing looked off. He looked slow and sluggish. There were a couple points during the match. He missed turning himself properly for a neck breaker and took that incorrectly where CM Punk didn't kick him. There was a little spot outside the ring where he kind of collapsed and it wasn't supposed to, and CM Punk grabbed a bottle of water and threw a bottle of water on it. So there are conspiracy theorists out there that suspect that Jey Uso may have been inebriated for this match. Once again, these are just rumors, nothing been set in stone. We do know both Jimmy and Jay have had their issues with alcohol in the past. We'll just see if anything more. He has not responded. Nobody from WWE is officially saying this. It's just the quote-unquote wrestling experts out there thinking this may have been the issue. As reported months ago, Andrade had left WWE. He made one appearance for AEW and then it disappeared like the fart in the wind. Well, TKO, contractually in everybody's contracts, has always had a 12-month non-compete if you get fired. Apparently, Andrade was, in WWE's eyes, fired, but in his eyes, are you gone?
No.
Oh, well, you're coming, you're not there, you're trying to hide it gone.
Nope.
In his eyes, they mutually agreed to part ways. So, I don't know what that means for him, but Dave Meltzer is reported that the rumor that Mike Johnson reported that WWE might bring back Andrade is totally false, and that does not appear to be the case.
Okay.
Come on, computer. No. All right. WWE did a podcast called All the Smoke with a former NBA player, Matt Barnes, and he said that he did divulge in that interview, quote unquote, what I'd say is probably my last contract in WWE or the next contract I'd sign will be my last, and I'll finish my days with WWE. It's the house that built me. It's the house that brought me back and put me in a wonderful, wonderful position. So I don't remember how long this contract of his is. I think it was a 5-year one he signed 2 years ago. So I kind of figure, going right 5-year contract. So are we looking forward to potentially seeing, how old is he now?
Hey, Nick.
Now? How is Cody Rhodes now? Let's see. There should be where I can find out.
Yeah, big money. I don't think he's coming back. He's dead. You mean Andrade's not coming back, not Andre.
Okay. I guess Trivia is paying attention to TikTok and not me. Cody Rhodes now is 40 years old. So you figure 7 years from now, 47. Are we up to seeing a 47-year-old Cody Rhodes as the main event of WrestleMania?
I'm not.
I guess I'm will tell. So, I want to make sure I get who is reporting this. So, okay. According to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE Intercontinental AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio had a conversation with his legendary father during Monday night's episode. Meltzer is reporting that WWE was planning to have John Cena beat Dominic at Survivor Series, but now has pivoted towards a father versus son matchup at Survivor Series. Michael, what match do you want to see at Survivor Series? You'll have the decision making. Do you want to see Dominic Mysterio against John Cena or a father versus son rivalry match at Survivor Series?
150% Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena.
150%?
Yep. And the reason the reason why I say that is because John Cena's never been IC champion, and I think this is a better way for him to go out is to become IC champion and beat Dominic.
Right. But going back to what was said in the comments on TikTok earlier, Dominic beats Ray, wins the Time Is Now tournament, takes on John Cena in his last match. John Cena wins, gets all his flowers and accolades from the fans, lays the title down in the ring, and walks away.
Okay.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, I can see that happening. I think that's going to happen. I think that has a better chance of happening than anything.
Okay. During an interview with Jimmy V. III, Jake Paul, the brother of Logan Paul, was asked if he would ever fight Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens in hopes of getting revenge on behalf of his brother. And he said, quote unquote, they're amazing, amazing wrestlers. I don't think I could take them. I think Logan would take them. But in the boxing ring, they would get knocked the fuck out. I mean, I know Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens don't have any formal boxing experience or anything, and he is 28 years old, a lot younger than I with them. Do you think this could just be Jake Paul foreshadowing that, you know what, hey, I can't box forever? Maybe there's, a built-in storyline in WWE where I can still get the big amount of, buckets and ducats.
Well, I think they should just take the forever part off of there and just put I can't box because he's really not that good of a fighter.
Do you know what his record is, professionally?
No.
I believe he's undefeated.
Well, who's he fought?
A bunch of former UFC and MMA fighters and older boxers.
Okay. I would say to myself, I would say right now, if I was a betting man, I would bet $100 on Jake Paul versus the WBC World Heavyweight Boxing Champion. And no. He's a boxer. He brags about how great he is. Fight the greats. You wouldn't last 10 minutes with that guy in the ring. I mean, I understand he fights charity bouts. I understand that. I understand he does.
He's a professional boxer. He's not charity. He fights for millions and millions of dollars and wins all his fights.
Well, maybe he should get a title match then. Maybe he should get a title match then.
He's not, but that's saying that just because somebody's one of the better collegiate basketball players, that they dominate in the NBA. No, it's a different competition. Somebody hits well in AA baseball, can they be happy if they win a batting title? Damn straight. You put them on the major league roster, and they're not going to get a curveball for the life of them.
Yep, I agree. I see what you're saying. Hi, Shannon. Yep. Okay.
I've got a buy or sell article here.
Okay.
Every major WWE storyline right now went from hottest to coldest. So it's not really a buy or sell, but these are the 5 storylines that they say are the hottest in WWE right now. So, buy or sell. Do you think that one of the best feuds right now are the quote-unquote top Raw baby faces against the Vision? And the top Raw baby faces they name are CM Punk, Jimmy and Jay, and LA Knight.
Yep. I'm buying it.
Okay. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre's championship feud.
I'll buy it.
This is a tough one for me because I don't know that for me, I don't know that it's been going on long enough to really be a true rivalry or a feud. I think it needs at least one more match. CM Punk to McIntyre, we had a series of matches. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, we had a series of matches. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, series of matches. This one we only had a couple, so I need to see more.
Okay.
Next one. Once again, one of the best storylines. The Kabuki Warriors taking over the Raw Women's Division.
I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, and they basically simply point out that they've taken out Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, the 2 biggest names on the roster, albeit accidentally taking out Rhea Ripley because of a broken nose happening during a match. But yeah, I kind of agree with it too. Next one, John Cena's retirement tour.
I'm going to sell it.
You don't think that's one of the top storylines right now?
Nah, well, that's one of the top storylines. Okay, I'll buy it as a storyline. But as a story, I won't buy it because it's been flat.
So, do you think they can redeem this whole retirement tour with a Survivor Series match, and then depending on what the last match is, you think they can redeem themselves?
Yep.
Or there's no way?
No, I think they can.
Okay. And then the last one, Jey Uso's downward spiral and return of the Bloodline saga?
Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't want to buy it, I'm going to have to. Just because it seems like this whole Bloodline storyline is just never going to die.
Yep.
But, so one other thing. I pulled up an article, and the name of the article is John Cena Bracket Predictions. So, right now, we already know 2 matches. So we know there's going to be members from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and from people that don't work here. So the rumors are that there's going to be 60 people, that there's going to be 6 from Raw, 6 from SmackDown, 2 from NXT, and then quote unquote 2 that don't work here. And they're suggesting that 2 of the ones from NXT will be Javon Evans and Trick Williams. Over Femi, but I could see it being those 2. We haven't seen Oba in a little while, so they're still fresh in everybody's minds. But of the 4 that don't work here, they're saying that 2 will come from 1 of 4 people, or 2 of 4 people, all from TNA. Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth / Dolph Ziggler, Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder, Jeff Hardy, or say his name and he will appear, Joe Hendry. So, of those groups of wrestlers that from NXT and quote unquote not here, are there any that you want to see, don't want to see, or do you think there should be other that we would see?
I wouldn't mind seeing Moose from TNA.
But what does he have to do with John Cena?
What does Joe Hendry have to do with John Cena?
He's a huge name that everybody wants to see.
Okay. No, I really don't see anybody else. Dolph Ziggler is a big name. He's had a history with John Cena.
So, of those 4 from that TNA, are there 2 more that you would prefer over the other 2? You can only choose 2 of those 4. Henry, Hardy, Ziggler, Cardona.
Well, I would replace.
Of those 4, which 2 would you choose?
Oh, of those 4, I would choose. I would probably choose Joe Hendry.
And?
Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth.
Okay.
I would.
I think it would be. I mean, I could see all kinds of reasons for any of the 4 of them. But I could see it being Zack Ryder because Zack Ryder had that big WrestleMania match where he beat John Cena in the tournament. You know, in the woo, and then in Boston. It won't happen because no 2 matches in Boston.
Right.
I mean, in Madison Square Garden, Long Island Sound, Long Island, where he's from. That's what I've got from Nuggies News this week.
Okay. Am I ready for December 25th? What's December 25th?
Christmas, dummy.
Just another day to me. I do have some indie shows to report on, only 2 of them, because unfortunately I have no clue where my paper is that has the indie shows on it. One of them I have is this, I believe it's this Saturday, PAPW, November 8th, will be at their training facility at 602 Co Avenue in East Haven, Connecticut. And there was also a wrestling show called Wrestling with Character, November the 16th at the Horace C. Wilcox Regional Vocational Technical School in Meriden, Connecticut. They will have a meet and greet they are bringing in Scarlett and Killer Cross. They are also bringing in the Mountie. They are bringing in Brian Myers, formerly known as Kurt Hawkins. They are also bringing in Jake the Snake Roberts. And just signed today to be brought in is Akeem, whatever his name is. He used to play Reggie in the WWE. He was Reggie in the WWE. And they're bringing him in to be on the show as well. And also one scheduled match that I know of right now is Sammy Diaz, former Blood, Sweat, and Tears champion, will be facing the current Blood, Sweat, and Tears champion and Meriden, Connecticut native, Dustin Flash Waller. So anybody that's within an earshot of that, go on down and check it out. It's called Wrestling with Character at Wilcox Technical School. Doors open at 11 a.m. There's a meet and greet with the wrestlers from 1 to 3:30. There will be an interactive show at 2, and then the wrestling starts at 4. So looks like it's going to be a full day of Wrestling with Character at Wilcox Tech on Sunday, November 16th. So check it out.
All right, so I'm going to help you out here a little bit. PAPW Alley Fights, Friday, November 7th. PAPW The House of Pain presents at 662 Co Avenue. Doors open at 7, bell time 7:30. General admission $15, kids 10 and under $5. PAPW also has Mania in Paradise, Saturday, November 22nd, also from the training school. There's no matches on their website for either one of these, just those are 2 events. That one is time 7 o'clock. Tickets are $20, and tickets are available at the door for both events.
All right, thank you, Greg. And now we're going to go to the NXT recap portion of the show. So, Greg, let's take it away.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. And once again, the NXT came from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. I know they'll be on the road for the next, quote-unquote, 2 weeks. And in true Top Rope Report fashion, I lead off for anything and everything NXT. And this week's NXT was opened up by a 6-women tag match, as it was the pairing of Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley from the Culling, teaming up with Lola Vice against Fallon Henley, Laney Reed, and JC Jane of Fatal Influence. It was a good match. I didn't mean to start off with an they really did Tatum Paxley very good in this match. They allowed her to showcase everything that she can do, to kind of show you why they have faith in putting the title on a quote-unquote freaky person like Tatum Paxley. This match was just over 10.5 minutes long, and I'd say 6 or 7 minutes of it, Tatum Paxley was in the ring. And quite often on the offensive, actually, Izzy Dame didn't even get involved until there was an actual pin attempt against Paxley. It's a good physicality, but I mean, there was really nothing out of the ordinary for most of these women. Izzy Dame taking the pin for her team clearly designed to set a tension between Tatum and Izzy Dame, which we all already know is coming. of the 6 in this match, Laney Reed actually didn't look. She was the worst, but she didn't look horrible. She does have some wrestling ability as to where Jasmine Nix didn't. So I guess that's one positive. But one thing is Izzy Dane is so good at her facial expressions. She's got that side of her character down pat. JCJ always she's getting better and better in the ring. I really think them putting a title on her just gave her the confidence to improve in the ring, which she has done. The only thing is the finisher that Tina actually has, really, it just looks unrealistic. It's not like something you can just do. A finisher needs something RKO out of nowhere, pop up, power bomb, stunner, something you can just do. It takes way too much for her to set hers up. That would be the only thing about that. But I enjoyed it. Really good. I candy to open up as well. I gave it a B minus.
All right. Yes, I gave it exactly the same grade. I thought they opened up with a good match. Yeah, I'm still not sold on Laney Reed yet.
Well, she's new.
Yeah.
I mean, people understand she's new.
JC Jane and Fallon Henley, amazing. Especially, I mean, not only does Fallon Henley wrestle well, she looks amazing as well. And I mean, there was a lot of mistakes in the match on a couple. Well, not a lot, but there was quite a few mistakes. Like you said, Tatum Paxley in for a majority of the time in the ring, which I thought was pretty good because then they can showcase, the woman that they put the title on, which I thought was good. Izzy Dane, well, she's okay. A little bit more experience, and she's going to be tough to beat, I think.
I'm surprised you don't like her. She's a tall blonde with a great butt. I'm surprised she's not here.
Well, I can't like them all. I got to save some for other people. So, but yeah. So I gave it a B minus as well.
Okay.
Hey, Steven.
So Laney Reed literally has 1 year of in-ring experience. WWE developmental in 2023. So she's been training to be a wrestler for 2 years, but only in the ring for 1. You got to give her a little time.
But Big Money Dodge, you graded that match a D? Oh, good.
All right. We then had Kalani Jordan come to the ring to cut a promo. Trip, you were up first.
Well, to be honest with you, if I didn't have to go to the bathroom halfway into it, if I would have fell asleep. I don't think Kalani Jordan's that good on the mic. It was a boring, to me, it was a boring promo. I kind of like how she flips the script, so to speak, and now she's heelish and more for TNA than NXT, which I think is going to be good. She is who the hell is she dating? Carmelo Hayes, and that kind of huh?
They're engaged.
Engaged, okay, and I was blinded by it. But yeah, I didn't care too much for it. I really didn't get nothing out of it. I know that she originally said she wasn't defending the title at the next show, but then Santino came out and kind of changed that. So, but yeah, I didn't think it was that good at all. It could have been better. I gave it a D.
Okay. All right. So first of all, she came out and she was booed mercilessly by the crowd. She was wondering why they booed Jordan Grace and now they booed her. She questioned why the audience cheers for a cheater like Dominic Mysterio or cheers Lola Vice for going to AAA. They almost used a little different wording. So good point. She had good points in her promo. she reacted to what the crowd was doing right off the top. For that, I have to give her flowers. I'm not giving her a bouquet of beautiful roses. Yeah, it might be carnations, but I still have to give her flowers. She tried. You saw in her face the anger, the dismay. And, I mean, I don't know what it is, but God, she started looking more and more beautiful every time I see her. Her face was just lit up. I don't know what it was. She didn't have a sexy revealing outfit, which was fine. She didn't need it. She's a beautiful young woman that had a point to make, and she made it. Boom, mic drop. I enjoyed it. I have to give her flowers for what she was able to pull off. So I'm not going to thought it was great, but I'm going to give it a C.
All right. User, I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just not going to interrupt somebody while they're in the middle of talking.
What did they have to say?
No, they just said, why are you ignoring?
Well, did they say something or ask you a question? They say, are you ignoring if they didn't say something?
No, it just said it just said they shared the live. That's it.
Okay.
And I said, thank you. All right, next match.
We then went to a singles matchup between the man under the mask, El Grande Americano, against Josh Briggs. I get to lead off for this. And this matchup, once again, we did have Bravo and Rayo Americano with El Grande Americano. This match went almost 11 minutes long, and I'll be honest, I actually didn't mind. It wasn't a bad match. It even had a couple of cool moments, like the handstand that Americano did during, counter headlock. Kind of had his legs going out like he was doing the YMCA with his legs. But the bout as a whole really, didn't live up to what we know both of these men can do. I know Rubik, the man under the mask, but he's a gifted wrestler. But he's really saddled with this comedy gimmick, so he isn't trying to provide the same level of technical wrestling he would be as himself, which is weird because the original El Grande Americano was Chad Gable, which is a wrestling aficionado. So I don't understand why they don't let him do that more. But it was a decent match. Could have been better, but could have been a lot worse. I gave it a B-.
All righty. Josh Briggs. Once again, I wrote down Brooks Jensen.
Okay. I know you even said Brooks Jensen when we talked about it earlier.
Yes. Yeah, I thought this was an okay match. I think the highlight of the whole match was, like you said, the handstand that he did getting out of the headlock. That's a lot of skill right there. And but yeah, Josh Briggs is a tall, talented wrestler. I think that he can go toe to toe with really anybody in the ring. I thought he did well in this match. The other Americanos outside the ring kind of didn't really get involved in any way, shape, or form that I can remember. But yeah, I thought it was a decent match.
Bravo and Rayo.
Bravo and Rayo. Write that down so I don't forget. Bravo and Rayo. Okay. I gave it a C+.
Yeah. One thing I didn't remember even point out is that Tavion Heights came out and kind of that little distraction caused El Grande Americano to get the win. You said you didn't do anything with the Chicky and Ricky Williams.
No, I didn't.
They had a split screen promo exchange, and we then saw them meet up backstage, and Trick Williams. I think I like that better, Trick Saints and Ricky Williams. Hit Trick Williams hit Ricky Saints with a pipe. We then went to the next matchup, which was a women's speed bout title for the Vacant Speed Championship, as it was Zarya taking on Ren Sinclair of the No Quarter Catch Crew. Should you're up first.
All right, yeah. Getting back to that Ricky Saints thing, I think that's going to be a war. That last man standing match. I think that's going to be something. Zarya and Ren Sinclair. Okay. Haven't seen much of Ren Sinclair in the ring lately. Zarya, I think she's going to win this whole thing. I think she's got something to prove to Zol Ruka. I guess, it was a decent match. Wasn't great, wasn't good. It was a decent match. It was, like I said, it's a 3-minute match, so it's really not difficult to talk about or grade or whatever, because there really wasn't much happening in a 3-minute match. But I think the right person won. I think Zarya, getting the victory was good, and she's got the finals next week, which I think she's going to go against the week after, rather, which I think she's going to go. Who the hell is? I just mentioned her earlier on. I can't remember it. Fallon Henley. I think she's going to go against Fallon Henley, and
not Skyler.
No. But I thought the match was okay. I gave it a C-.
Okay. Zarya used her power to control most of the first minute. And then before the match is half over. I know at one point Sinclair escaped an armbar, but Zarya with a spear, and then F4. I'm not going to call it F5 because it's not as good as Brock Lesnar's. I call it F4.
Right.
And that was it. It was quick by design due to the 3-minute time limit. What they did was good, but these matches, they're never going to be satisfying because they're done so fast. Kind of looking forward to the championship because it's a 5-minute match, so maybe we'll get you a little more of that. But I didn't hate it, didn't like it. I'm just going to give it a C.
Okay. Do I last longer than 3 minutes? I hope so.
Hell, if I lasted 3 minutes, I'd be taking the hospital and be out of breath. I wasn't talking about 30 seconds for 3 minutes. We then took a little backstage thing where we saw Tyron Steele step up to Kalani Jordan, and Ava stepped in the middle and made this matchup of a former gold medalist from the Olympics and Tyron Steele taking on Kalani Jordan. I am up for this, and I think WWE did a mistake when they threw Jasper Troy and Tyron Steele to the wolves right after they won their first season of LFG. Now, granted, LFG is taped months ahead of time, so what seemed like they won, and then next week they were on NXT, it was still a few months before they had to get on TV. But still, it's a lot different to be on TV in front of hundreds of thousands of people than in front of 400 people even in the NXT arena.
Yep.
But Tyron Steele, she fought a good fight. I know Kalani was able to get the victory only after a few minutes. It felt like it was just starting to get into a groove and then it was over. I know this was later in the evening. The match itself was 4 minutes and 58 seconds long. I know they wanted to save time for the main event, but need that Trick Williams, Ricky Saints embarrassment of a promo. No, take that 3 minutes with me, give 2 of that to this, and just talk about their match for a minute, and that's fine. But this was just, once again, just like the Speed match, I didn't hate it, I didn't like it, I just gave it a C.
All right. I thought this was a decent match. The Tyra May Steele, I think she's gonna have a good career if she can stay away from the injuries and WWE works well with her. So I think she's gonna do well. Kalani Jordan, I expected her to win the match, and the veteran always comes out on top. Would I like to see another match between them? Maybe. Really not too sure yet. I think Tyra May Steele's only had like a handful of matches since she joined NXT. But I thought it was a decent match. I gave it a C- as well.
Santino Marella, after it was over, Santino Marella appeared on the screen, and in his broken Italian accent that Italian man Mr. Kanata couldn't understand, he booked Kalani Jordan to defend the Knockouts Championship in a triple threat matchup against, what the hell's that girl's name? Hold on, I'll find it. It's right here. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Jordan Grace, or Jordan Grace, and TNA's
Zaya.
Lai Ying Lee.
Bless you.
No, that's her name.
Yep.
Lei Ying Lee. Lei. Lei Ying Lee. Once again, as Shirley said, former Zaya Lee from WWE.
Yep.
Let me get back to where I was. And after we went to the main event of the evening, as was a matchup between the Young OG and Javon Evans against Dark State's Saquon Sugars. Trev, you're up first.
All righty, thank you. Yeah, that's Saquon Sugars. I think he's got a good future in this business. I like the way he wrestles. First time I can recall seeing Dark State in a non-tag team type match. Javon Evans, well, he's like a ping pong ball, that guy. You got to have your head on a swivel watching him wrestle. And I thought it was a really good match. Sugars has got a good future in WWE and in wrestling. I'd love to see these guys going at it again. This was amazing. Javon Evans, his looks are deceiving because the guy is really not that big. He's skinny. He weighs like $170 soaking wet with rocks in his pocket. And but the guy can move like nobody's business. I mean, the guy is quick, bouncing off the ropes, everything else, and you're definitely in a match when you're going against him as a high flyer. That's for sure. But yeah, I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed it. I gave it a B+.
Okay, yeah, this was a fast. First and foremost, Dark State's coming out. Javon Evans are out there. And the dive that he did to start the match was awesome. He did the go out like 38 feet in the sky and landed on all of them. And I will agree. I mean, Sugars, he often feels overshadowed. As in most of the matches we've seen Osiris and Lennox, and even sometimes Cutler James, and he's only there to be the mouthpiece, because he is the best talker. But he may straight up be the best all-round wrestler. You've got the two powerhouses, but this kid brings something different. Well, I say kid, I don't know how old he is. Saquon Sugars is No, all it says that he's been wrestling for 7 years, 6'1", 220 pounds, but doesn't say his age.
Okay.
Yes, it does. It says April 30th, but not a year. Okay. So, anyways, back to the regular schedule program. One thing I will say is Booker T was all over the map on commentary. I mean, he might say something that makes you chuckle once in a while, but he is not a good commentator. He really should just be removed and put in a new role. Make, if you want, I went to hear him once, make him the GM of NXT and get rid of Ava. I don't care. Give him something else to do. Co-GMs. I don't know. Maybe if he likes to give a woman a shot on commentary, try him at NXT with Big Joseph, because Big Joseph is great. And he deserves a partner he can work with. But anyways, came on and I was surprised. It's Dark State, so it's not 1-on-1, it's 1-on-4. But this was a high energy, high impact fight that made both competitors good. They put the pedal right away and worked well as opponents. Giovanni Evans eventually getting the win. And he escaped before the rest of Dark State pounced on him in the ring. I liked it. I gave it a solid B.
All right. So overall for me, I would say.
So you lied to me. Go ahead, overall.
What?
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I would say.
You lied and told me you graded the last segment when you didn't because you're going right to the end. It's okay, though.
I thought this was the last segment.
No. But go ahead. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I gave it a C+.
Yeah. In closing, we have the celebration of Ethan Page and Chelsea Green winning the Triple H Tag Team match. We then had them get interrupted by Joe Hendry and Thea Hale. That's teasing a future matchup between them. Overall, I gave it a C.
I don't think we've ever seen Thea Hale in the ring with Chelsea Green.
No, we haven't seen many people in the ring
right.
with Chelsea Green from NXT.
So that should be an interesting match. I'm not used to seeing mixed tag team champions, but that's AAA. So they have a lot of different things that WWE normally doesn't have. So all right, so that was our NXT recap. What do we got coming up for shows other than SmackDown Friday night and Raw on Monday? I don't know anything about what's going to be on for SmackDown Friday. I don't know if you've heard anything yet.
The only thing, and there's a list of matches. Julia versus Chelsea Green for the United States title. Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. Ray Phoenix in his funeral match against Tala Tonga. And then it's Ilya Dragunov in the United States title match. I don't know that they're going to. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep going with the open challenge. Eventually, they're going to run out of challengers. So.
I was just going to ask you that. Do you think they're going to continue with open challenges, or are they eventually going to say, "Hey, let's get a feud with one person right now"?
I don't know.
I mean, I like the open challenge aspect because you don't know who it's going to be. But having it every week can kind of get a little boring after a while.
Black, I mean, we saw him with Sami Zayn.
Yep.
But he's a feud to Damian Priest, so probably not going to see that.
Right.
We're not neither more to see the Machine Guns, neither Los Garza, neither the Street Profits. Maybe there's some action